What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the pilot episode. Tonight, while we were recording, it is Blackout Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. So, in honor of Blackout Wednesday, I figured me and Neil should just, do a little blackout celebration. I'm got Goldschlager in the old glass here and could not find my shot glass, unfortunately.
We're rocking Bird Dog over here.
There you go. Cheers.
I don't drink, unfortunately.
Would have fit that in right as we were doing it. Boy, need to wash that down.
Oh no, I love that little touch of skank.
I went for the Dale outfit tonight. Got the Carhartt shirt on, the camouflage hat.
Shit, I should have put on overalls if I could go back and do it again.
I feel like I belong in this movie currently. But tonight, I'm leading into this, before we get to that, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and when this episode airs, it will be Black Friday. So I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm probably going to come back and weigh 10 pounds more next episode. But what we all are here for, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I was a first-time watcher, and I know you guys had seen it before. So, Neil, this is where I'll let you take over, and I'm going to kind of sit back on this one.
Well, I do want to hear your opinion, being somebody that's watching it for the first time. I've already told y'all this, but this movie's on like my loop list of I've had a tough day. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I just want to laugh for 30 minutes.
Right.
Even if I don't watch the whole movie, there's certain scenes and certain one-liners in this movie that it's just one of those movies that makes you feel good, man. I'm not telling you it's the best movie ever made. I'm not putting it on Shawshank Redemption level. Like, it's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you it's one of those things.
That's not what it's trying to be.
No, and what it is trying to be, it's one of the best of in that horror comedy, but they keep it from getting too stupid. You know, it still has a good enough storyline. And like I said, the one-liners in this thing and the conversations between Tucker and Dale and the situation they end up in. Oh my gosh, dude. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I was worried about it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Obviously, by the title, that concerned me a touch.
And the description's terrible, too.
Yeah, description's not very good. And I got 5-10 minutes into this thing, and I was like, oh, my God. This is going to be one of those dumb, spoofy comedies that I'm just going to hate. Because I don't like stuff like that. I've never been a big, raunchy comedy type guy. Unless
you thought it was going to be a scary movie.
Yeah, something like that. I've never, or spoof, in that category. I've never been a big fan of stuff like that. Like Family Guy is not my thing. American Dad, those are not my thing. I enjoy those in a little bit. I'm not, Perk. I know that you're looking at me.
I'm so surprised that you like Righteous Gemstones as much as you do.
That's Danny McBride, dude. He'll do that too.
Yeah, it's different.
But yeah, so as a first time viewer of this movie, like I said, a little skeptical starting off, but it caught me. I would go probably like 20 minutes into it, maybe 30. Like, it was not right off the bat. It was not a movie that I just was like, okay, I'm glued to the screen right here. It was pretty good, though. I liked the storyline, which was what was crazy. Like, for a movie that is kind of spoofy, kind of like runaway comedy type deal, it had a good storyline. And the description to me, like you said, Neil, you made a great point there, does not do it justice.
It's a very short sale on what it really is, because they really bring it home, full picture, the build up. But dude, just the stuff Tucker says, like you know, when the cop leans against the post and takes the nails to the head. Oh, he's gonna be fine, Dale. He's gonna walk it off.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
How is he walking right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm a massive horror fan. Always have been. I've got my left arm is like 80% horror movie tattoos. So like this is the kind of thing. They kind of set it up in a way, especially from the college kids' perspective of being like a slasher film type of thing, like almost like a
Cabin in the Woods type deal.
Yes, yeah, and I love the way like you cut between the two groups, and you've got Dell and Tucker and Allison over here just having a great time, and then you've got these college kids that are like, oh, they have kidnapped Allison and they're going to kill her and they're making her dig her own grave, and let's just go after them. And then Dale and Tucker think these kids are they have a suicide pact in the middle of the woods, and they're killing themselves on their property. And
it was
great.
like Final Destination-y type deaths took place.
And like it's what makes it so funny is like, you know, the first college kid death is Tucker's running with a chainsaw
because the bees.
Yeah, he saws into it in a nest trying to cut a log up, and they literally he shows him dying. Tucker runs past him. He doesn't even run at him. He outruns him running away from the bees. He runs into the stick and it kills him. You know, lands on his nose. He realizes what he was running from, and it's so many moments like that where it's like, well, shit, if they would have known that.
And
funniest,
Tucker dead. Tucker gets back to the cabin. He's like, that poor boy, he must be really allergic to bees or something. He was running out there.
And like when Perk said, they show up the next day and Dale's over there like, hey, guys. No, it's not good.
Yeah. And then they see them off in the distance and they're like, oh, we need to let them know that we have their friend. And they dig it into a log. We have your friend. And that is the most ominous thing. And like the whole movie is just a huge misunderstanding. And it is the
with one psychopath
ever.
There is one psychopath.
Yeah, that was my next note, is that Chad is absolutely insane. That man Lord.
My bad, Perk. From the jump, when he was telling the story about the guy, the mass murder that took there on Memorial Day so many years ago, this whole time throughout the movie, I'm thinking, okay, so like this is like some sort of like dude's got something messed up. What is it, like the Benjamin Button thing? He doesn't age, and he is the killer. He was the killer then. I don't want to spoil it for any of our viewers out there who haven't seen it, because this is not the most popular movie we're going to cover. I mean, just let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to spoil anything for it, but that was not the case. So that's the only thing I will say about that. But it was good. I'll let y'all carry on. I know y'all know more, more about it. I've watched it once. Y'all have watched it 10, 15, 20, 30 times,
Yeah, I'm trying to ride, straddle the fence here of us giving a good review of the movie and also not ruining it if somebody listens to this that hasn't seen it. This movie does have a little bit of everything, though. You have the love story. There is a ton of just belly laugh scenes in this movie. Like, how many movies do you watch where somebody goes in a wood chipper and you laugh your ass off? He says, "Are you okay?" No, he's not okay.
He says, "Dale," he said, "this boy just jumped head first into a wood chipper."
And when he tells him, he says, "Yeah. What do you want to tell the hey, officer? We've had a doozy of a day. You're not going to believe this, but these college kids came to our new vacation home here. They just started killing themselves all over the places. Now, who would believe that?"
2 minutes later, next scene, the cops pulling up.
And that's what he says.
Word for word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the stings on his face, he just comes in there and grabs probably what's a Coors Banquet. Or just pouring it on his face. Get these stingers out of my face.
Oh, Lord.
They hurt. The funniest thing to me, and I say funniest, but it was one of the funnier things, is Dale had been in there playing, it was a Trivial Pursuit or something with Allie.
Yeah.
And the college kids, they overhear Dale and Tucker talking, and he was like, "I was beating her," or whatever, I was killing her in the game or something like that. But he wasn't saying in the game or whatever, and all these kids are like, they're hurting her.
Yeah. It's constant stuff like that, and it is pretty gory. I'm not going. I mean, some of the murders are, well, not murders. I guess they're accidental suicides. I don't even know what you would classify that as. They are pretty gruesome, but it's hard to have a movie with killing like that and keep it that funny. Like it's really in a category of its own at that level.
Yeah, it really is. And like y'all have said, some of the one-liners throughout this thing are amazing. Like after the big event, Dale is talking to Allison after she wakes up, and he's like, "Did some of your friends take medication?" She's like, "Why?" And he goes, because I think they forgot to take it.
And he's this like nicest, softest dude. And then you got Tucker who like just wants to crush 24 beers, say fuck all day and fish. And, you know, he's just really worried about his vacation home, which ends up being a booby trap death hole, you know.
Little to their surprise, yeah.
So
funny line. And this is really about the time, because this was about the 20-minute mark in where it really started to get me. So Tucker and Dale were out fishing, and this is when it all starts up. Allie's fixing to get ready to jump in the water, and she can't see Tucker and Dale, and Tucker's looking, but Dale's covering up his eyes as she's getting ready to jump in the water and go skinny dipping. And Dale just yells, "Tucker!" And she falls in, and Tucker's like, "Why? The last thing you do when I am looking at a half-naked girl is yell my name. Why would you do that?"
Oh, even their little debate, like in the boat about the last beer, and you know, he's like, "You got to stand up, be a man. You got to stand up for yourself." And like he tries to go back, "What the hell are you think? You're not getting the last beer." You know, it's just, it's really small interactions with them like that. And I know like these guys aren't huge, big name actors. They're in a lot of stuff, but you know, not mainstream A-list stuff. The way they play off each other, I would like to see them in something else together again. You know, kind of like the Danny McBride with the same guys he brings in his shows. Like, I would love to see them treat a movie situation like that.
Yeah, they do work well together. And Tucker, which is Alan, how'd you say it, Perk?
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. He was the only actor or actress I had ever really seen, other than Jason, which is Brandon J. McLaren. I'd seen him, guy with the dreads in the show.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a few things. But Tucker being the only one I've ever seen, I've seen him in A Knight's Tale, which is a great movie. You know, we may get there one day. Great movie. So it wasn't just star-studded cast, but like you said, the Tucker and Dale characters, they did work really, really well together.
As we started, like I've never looked this movie up because I've seen it so many times, but you being new to it, when I did look it up, I was really surprised as far as how it's rated, you know, as far as like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and everything.
I didn't even look. What did it look like?
I don't remember it fully off my head, but I want to say it was like a 7.5 out of 10, and then it was like a 82.
Really?
Yeah, so they actually really rated this movie for what the storyline is.
Yeah, that surprises me. Like normally something stupid like this, the general public would not kind of go with it. But
I'm pulling it back. Oh no, I actually undersold it, Perk. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 86%.
Wow.
And IMDb
that's a good
is
score.
7.5 out of 10.
That's one of the few
real high for IMDb.
Yeah, very. And that's one of the few where I can go, man, Rotten Tomatoes actually got this right, because I don't agree.
Exactly, dude. We need to say that first on this show before we start reading that shit. Is I will disagree with them a lot more than I will agree with them, but on this one, I do think they actually valued the movie for what it really is.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job rating it. But again, it's like you said, for a movie like this, and very similar to how I was saying when we started this, it's not my cup of tea. But for a movie like this, I started it being a little worried. But IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes both scored it correctly, even though it is a movie with that style of comedy. It just shows you how good the plot really is.
It is. Like I said, it's kind of in a field of its own in this category. I would recommend it to anybody. I'm serious. I really would. Even for the kind of film it is, because Drew, you just said it. Even if this isn't your thing, I think you'll still watch this movie. Even if you say it was okay, you would still tell somebody about it.
Yeah,
it's one of those movies that so like we just got past the like Halloween era, like time of year. It's one of those movies that even if scary movies aren't your thing, it's one that you can return to year after year. If you're more of a horror guy, you can return to this movie and kind of have like a horror type of thing that you watch every year.
Yeah. And even if it's somebody that's like, they don't like scary movies, they can still watch this.
That's me. I'm not a big horror movie guy, but again, this is not. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's
Final
it's
Destination-y type deaths and stuff like that. So it's not horror.
But has one-liners like Rush Hour and Hangover level.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really there are some one-liners or just individual scenes in this that anytime this is on, you can click on it and watch it, and you will laugh every single time.
I know this is very off topic. This is not about this movie at all. You said Rush Hour. I sat down and ate breakfast this morning, and in the diner where I eat breakfast, I see they have the news on every day. I see on the news that Paramount has decided to re-up Rush Hour due to Trump's interest in the Rush Hour series.
Is that real?
It was on the news.
Well, again, is that real?
Very true. But I mean, that crazy.
I hope it is.
I do too.
Yeah. All right, back on topic. We got to rate this thing, or how we doing?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna rate this. Sorry, Neil's got to get to the band.
I had one question before we get to the ratings.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to know what you guys' favorite death in the movie was.
Ooh. It's the wood chipper. I mean, dude, he dove into a freaking wood chipper, man.
I hate to agree or like say the same thing as Drew because there are some good ones. Like we said, the bee one with the stick, but the wood chipper just.
Go ahead.
The sheriff one's funny, man, because they were already talking about how they had to fix that post, but it's just it's Tucker's reaction because this is when the shit has fully hit the fan. Allison's back knocked out by accident again in what they think is a grave, which is actually a shithole. Literally, they're digging a shitter. It's just got to be the wood. That guy dives on the stick and over Dale at that same time. But are you okay?
When Dale told nobody that you got the safety's on the side, and he turns the gun around and shoots him.
That was mine. That was mine. My note literally says, "College kid doesn't have trigger discipline."
Yeah.
The safety, Dale, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a good question, Perk. I like.
Hey, one thing we got to talk about too. Janger's the dog. The dog's awesome in this movie.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Also, if you don't want to take the time to watch this whole movie, look up on YouTube. This is what I did to refresh on it because I know the whole movie so much, but you can look up on YouTube Tucker and Dale versus Evil best scenes, and it will give you 14 minutes of just the absolute hits throughout this movie.
And there are some. There are some.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we did it first time. We did a previous show or movie that's already been out. So just to refresh on the rules for this, we're gonna have three categories, 3 questions. We're gonna rate them 0 to 5. We're gonna get a core rating, and that will be our show, the pilot episode's rating for Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So the first question I have for you guys is: would you recommend this to friends and family?
5. This is easy for me. This is one of those I'd recommend to anybody.
Mm-hmm. You say 5 as well, Perk?
Yes, I did.
It's gonna be a 4 for me. I can't go into this and rate it for the type of movie it is. I have to rate it as a whole, all around movies. So that's kind of why I'm going to stand on a 4 there. Because this is not Inception. This is not something that's Academy Award winning, but still very good show. So I'll go 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one. Likelihood to rewatch this movie. Neil, clearly this is a 5 for you.
This is a 5. This is on my loop, man. This is a 5.
Perk, what do you got?
It's also a 5 for me. This is one that I return to every 3 to 6 months at most. It gets watched way too often.
Okay, this is where I'm going to come back down to earth. I got to get this rating back down to earth for you guys. I'm going to go 1.5 here. I liked the movie, but again, not my cup of tea. I'm not going to continuously rewatch this type of movie.
But you got to give me this, and I understand your rating. This is not your speed, but like me, you, Hunter, and Luke sitting over here after a day of golf. All the ladies are at the beach together. We're staying up till midnight. We're hammered. We're tired of throwing cornhole. Everybody wants to get in the recliner. We want a good laugh. you would rewatch this movie.
Personally, I would really enjoy watching this movie at some point while I'm drunk. I think that's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Funnier, but as of just a sober situation, Neil, you'll get that.
Yeah.
Not gonna rewatch it as often. So 1.5 for me. Is it a good cast, and did they fit their role properly? This is a tricky question because it's kind of a personal decision on this one whether or not you like the cast or not. So.
Okay, I'm gonna be fair on this rating. We know me personally, I love this movie. Is it a good cast as far as people can just click on the description and be like, "Oh shit, those 4 people are in this"?
Yeah.
It's honestly like a 1, maybe a 0.5.
Yeah.
Did they fit their role properly? Chad is a perfect psychopath. Dude kills it. Tucker and Dale, I don't know if 2 guys could have piggybacked off each other better in this style of movie. So that's a 5. That's like 1. I'll give it a true rating. I'll say 3. I'll meet in the middle at a 3 on this one.
All right, Perk, what do you got?
I was thinking pretty much the same thing with him as him. Pretty much Tucker and Dale are perfect. Chad I also like, but the rest of the college kids, I could kind of see you shuffling somebody else in and it being better.
Honestly. I think Allison's fair to stay because she plays the kind of quirky, quiet, hot college girl.
She's knocked out half the time.
Yeah, she did good at being knocked out and having on a tight fitting shirt. So yeah,
like the other blonde chick, I wasn't huge on.
No,
and like the guy that dies first with the bee thing, I didn't like him. He was annoying. But so yeah, I'm gonna land right in the middle of the 3 too.
That one for me, again, very similar rating to my last one. Actually, it's the exact same rating. It's gonna be a 1.5 for me again. Here's the issue. I'll be honest with you, without the way that Tucker and Dale as actors worked so well together, this was probably a 0 for me, guys. I didn't know a single one of them other than Alan
Tudyk.
I didn't know a single actor other than him. And he is funny. I am familiar with his work and I do like it. But him and then Dale did really good. I don't know why we don't know who Dale is as an actor.
Yeah, he should be in more.
He should be in a lot more stuff. He did a phenomenal job, especially playing some big dumb hillbilly.
And he's very witty though, man. Like he's sharp.
Yeah. So that's a 1.5 for me as well. This is about where I expected this to land, honestly. It does. It's not going to be super high, but again, we're trying to keep a very fair and strict star rating to this.
I'm trying to treat everything the same, regardless of my personal feelings.
Yes.
Because, like, if my personal feeling, this is a 5, but
yeah. So this
I think that's very fair.
It is, but the thing is, we're being very hard on it. Like I'm being extremely hard, scoring it a 1.5 on cast and a 1.5 on rewatch. I'm going to rewatch this movie. I'm going to be intoxicated when I do.
Yeah.
But I will rewatch it at some point. But it's just me being really hard on it and actually taking this star rating very seriously because I want this to be something people can look at and go, well, man, if they rated it high, we got to watch it, Well,
yeah, that and like I said, we're going to do different genres, different types of movies, completely different style horror films, completely different style comedies. Like we want to keep it pretty grounded to where we are, like you said, getting a fair rating. So,
yeah, but again, good movie. I would recommend to watch it. I would. I scored that one pretty high. I would recommend someone to watch this movie. It is really good,
especially if you're into this style of movie. Like this right here will, because like you said, scary movie earlier and movies like that. Like Haunted House, I think's hilarious. Is another spoof film, but it's just funny. It's stupid as shit. Like it's absolutely goofy. This one, and Drew said it a few times. The storyline, this is actually a good movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't even have to say it's actually a good movie. It is actually a movie. Like, it's not just let's go in and see how many different ways we can kill a college student. Like they do that, but they intermingled in an actual story and actually good relationship
tied
between the
up.
characters. They built a good villain throughout the thing. Like it was.
And like I said, there's
really
even a love story built into this very quietly to the side. So it's got a little bit of everything.
I can't let this go unnoticed. I did try to give you guys my best Dale impersonation. I got the camouflage hat, Carhartt, and I'm drinking a Bud Light,
Oh, you even went Bud Light.
Yeah, Bud Light. Tried to look like I belonged in the movie, Neil, you should have been in overalls. That's a miss on your part.
I know. I got to think quicker. There's so much basketball going on today, man. My brain's scrambled eggs.
Perk should have brought his hammer. I really don't know what we're doing here, guys. Or a welder's helmet, something. I mean,
oh yeah, you should have been here in a welder's mask the whole time.
There's his hammer. There we go. That'll be on your thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a lot of questions on all that's just laying by. But anyways,
thumbnail.
I'm the big dumb hillbilly anyway. I don't have to put no work into
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to kind of wrap everything up, all in all, Shannon, thank you for the recommendation. Without your recommendation, I would not have watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So thank you for recommending that. And for those of you out there who have been watching, and we thank you very much, make sure you comment and leave the show or movie you want us to review next. Because this was a review from our comments that we chose to do. And again, like I said, very thankful. I'm glad I got to watch this movie. So you guys give me something I may never seen before again, I'd love to do it. I'm sure everyone would. Throw something crazy at us. I mean, maybe none of us have ever watched.
Yeah, I mean, try to keep it pretty respectful on it being, if you think it's worth the shit.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to watch shit we're all going to rate zeros and wonder why we watched it. And we will always look at it and discuss it and pick. So, like, if we don't pick something you put in there this go around, give it a little time, we may revisit it.
Yeah. So, before we wrap up, I got a little news. We are going to be doing in the next few weeks or so. We brought it up amongst ourselves whether or not we should do Christmas movies all throughout December. We have, after debate and going back and forth talking about it, we've decided we're going to do an extra episode where we rate our top Christmas movies. Just each one of our own personal lists is a little extra. And then the week of Christmas, we'll pick one of the movies or one of the recommendations, and we will do that Christmas movie that week. That way we're just not watching Christmas movies all month, But with it being Thanksgiving this week, before we get out of here, what's the main dish we're going to have tomorrow?
We already had our first dinner tonight.
What's the one thing you can't have Thanksgiving without? Let's put that as the question.
For me, it's mama's dressing.
Dressing's a staple in a lot of households.
I would, if you would ask me 5 or 6 years ago, I would have never gave you this answer. Clay deep fries a turkey, Drew.
It's yeah.
And he is mad. No, and like I know everybody's like, I got a guy that's good at it. Because turkey is something that, let's be honest, it's not that good. We only eat it during the holidays for a reason. It's not. You don't go to a fucking restaurant and order turkey. You get the steak or the lamb chops, whatever.
Yeah.
This dude has mastered it to a level I have never seen, and like I actually crave it. Like I look forward to this. But it is only his turkey. So Clay's turkey, number one for me.
My dad does a bacon wrapped smoked turkey every Thanksgiving, which is very good. And then my wife's dad, he actually does the fried turkey, and it's the first time I'd ever had it because Dad's a grill guy. He's not a frying a turkey thing, but I do like the fried turkey. I'm torn here because my family, we do a very untraditional Thanksgiving for one of our Thanksgivings. My dad does a gumbo at one of our Thanksgivings. So, like, that's very out there for a lot of people. Gumbo for Thanksgiving, that's so weird. It's good, and Dad makes really good gumbo. But if I'm going to go real traditional Thanksgiving food, you don't have a sweet potato casserole or sweet potato pie on that island or serving table, whatever it is, I will not be back next year.
You will lose my business, asshole.
You put sweet potato something on that table or I ain't coming back.
Yeah, if you want to go non-traditional Saturday for the Iron Bowl, we're doing wings and fish fry. If you want to get non-traditional. So,
yeah. All right. Well, y'all got anything before we get out of here? We're gonna wrap this thing up, and we'll be back with Landman early next week.
Yeah, just appreciate everybody watching and keep letting us know what you want to see next.
Yep. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the little subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. And comment. Let us know what you want to see next. We'll be back next week.